Hey, hello, and welcome back to Good Knit Kisses. I'm your host, Kristen, and today is Wednesday, so that means it's knitting and yarn day. Yay! I am so glad you're here. You are important to me, and I'm so glad that you're here. Please tell me where you're from. Hello, if you're new. If you're on replay, if you have a question for me, write replay and then ask your question. If you're joining me live, be sure and keep your questions short or your comments short, like just a few lines, because if they get too long, like a story or something, it fades off and I can't see the rest of it. So I can't fully respond. So anyway, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Be sure and chime in when you jump in to the call, the live call. I can't even talk today. I'm in such a weird mood. I am so excited because I just booked a flight. Yay! I booked my flight for the recording for the PBF's show, the Knit and Crochet Now show. So anyway, so I'm excited. I just got to finish doing that, so it's all like set. So yay! Hi, good morning, Heather and Susan. And somehow, Heather, your comment got pinned. Oh. Carol, I'm going to ask you, I think you accidentally pinned Heather's comment and it's going to make it to where I can only see hers and one other comment. I don't know how to get that off of there. Sorry, technical difficulties here. Thank you. I'm sure it's purely accidental because I would have done the same thing. Good morning, everyone. Hi, I see you hopping on. Hi. Good morning, Carol and Heather and Susan. And Bridget Marie and Zini. You say Zini or Zina? Zina? Zini? Morning, Mickey and Jill and Luann. Hey, so I don't know if any of you guys are also the YouTubers who jumped on yesterday, but I jumped on YouTube live because a new feature rolled out and it was pretty fun. I have to say. So great. Hello, Marie. I see you jumping in there. I've got a video that I'm preparing. I've got the sample over here. I haven't started shooting the video, but I've been preparing the sample. So making a mitered square shawl, like a wrap. Anyway, it's a nice large one, and so I'm making the samples for that. It's a kit, and it'll premiere next week, so I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Bridget, did you join me? It was so funny. Yeah, I did it in the afternoon, so it wasn't like right after this. So anyway, Martha, no, I'm not flying first class, and no, I'm not taking my daughter. No. Yeah. I'm flying regular coach. Well, not regular coach. I'm paying a premium to be in the exit aisle because I'm super tall and these 6'1" legs are needing, well, my body's 6'1". My legs need a lot more room. So otherwise I'm like, so yeah, I have to like unfold. So I definitely pay for a premium seat, but I'm not paying for first class. It's just too expensive. So let's see. Oh no, that's okay, Carol. That's okay. Joanne, hey, good morning. Susan, hey, Enki. Oh, you're in Hamburg? Hamburg? Did you say Hamburg or Hamburg? And Amber, Catherine from Minnesota, and Nicole. Hey, apparently I can't talk this morning. I'm like, Catherine? That's not how you say Catherine. It's 4 o'clock where you are, Anka? Well, good afternoon. Hey, it's nearly 5. It's nearly evening. Is it a work day for you? Are you guys calling it quits soon? It's morning here. It's about 9:06 a.m. Central Time in Texas. Oh, Marie, your husband knows my pain when flying. Yeah, I haven't flown in a while. Like, it's been 3 or 4 years That's a while. I grew up, so I grew up like where we didn't have a ton of money growing up, but my mom worked for American Airlines and for 28 years. And so we actually got to fly a lot. We actually flew. Man, I can't talk. We flew more than we drove to places when I was a kid because she got the tickets for so cheap. And anyway, she like we went to Hawaii when I was 7. Like what? But basically, you're going non-revenue passengers and you fly standby. And anyway, you can't do that as easy nowadays as you used to, and you pay a lot more. And anyway, so, but as an adult, more of the trips that I took were for more business. And then with my family now, we drive everywhere. So we take lots of trips, but like we drive to Colorado from Texas like yearly, like once or twice a year. So anyway, oh, I'm scrolling through here. Whoa, where did that yarn come from behind you? Did you change it up, buy some more? Did I miss a shopping trip? Yeah, Amber, no, I had more. I couldn't fit it in here because I had to clear out stuff. So I have my boxes. I've got to go, I'm trying to do my video stuff. And so when I get like kind of a let up in my schedule, I'm going to go ship out all these things. So I have not even gone to the post office for all those giveaway stuff from last week, but everything's like, I keep looking at it. It's like right over here. I had it spread out on my dining table and then I put it in like these boxes and sorted it all. So it's sorted, sort of. And, but these were other places that you didn't see before, but now you can see them. So it's nice and prominent, right? But they're huge balls. I mean, they're huge because see, this is like a regular size, and then you get these huge balls. Boom! Look how big that is. And then there's more behind it. Do you see that? From Dallas, our computers are going down. Oh, so you're watching me? Yay! Hey, Debbie, your computers are going down? I guess you're on your phone. Good morning, Katie. Good morning, California. Heather in California. So. Today is knitting day. I've got some of my knitting that's from this project. Did you guys get to see the Trellis and Tassels knit Afghan? Boom! If you didn't see it, this tutorial came out yesterday and it's on the YouTube channel. Look for go to Good Knit Kisses YouTube page, and then you can see that video. The latest video that we'll show is actually a live broadcast from yesterday afternoon, but before that, and you can see like the last few previous, is this video. So Trellis and Tassels Afghan. It's a knit along, so you can do the complete thing, and what it is it's knit and then you add these slip stitches on top. It's really cool. So you love the Afghan, you need to look at it. Is it easy? It is an intermediate pattern. I do show it fully. It's a 12-row repeat. You can do it. The most difficult part of it is the knit 5 together and then the knit front, back, front, back, front. Now, I've got a video on it, obviously. I can go over it today, but I had a friend send me a link to a video on how she does her stitches because she has issues with her hands. And she said, you know what, I think this will help you. And so it's a new technique on a knit 5 together. It might not be a new technique, but it's a new technique to me. So I'm going to try it with you guys right here if you want. I can try it, but I'm going to suggest don't use bamboo, don't use wood needles. Do a fully metal needle that's going to be the slickest, because this yarn is going to be harder to work with if you have something that has a lot of drag to it. So anyway, but those items on the knit Afghan are the most difficult. And once you get a hang of them, they're fine. And if you have to take breaks because it's harder for your hands, then I would just do that. But really, it's fine. And once you get used to it, it works really well. So, and once I show you this knit 5 together, different technique, then should be able to do that fairly easily. So let's see. I'm looking back on some of the comments here. Hey, I forgot. I didn't see you come in. Good morning, Renee. It's going well. Oh, yesterday you had a good laugh, Ada. It was pretty funny. If you missed it on live on YouTube, we went to we put Donald in timeout. We put Donald Trump in timeout. He was live, not him, but a troll person who had adopted his name. He wrote the official Donald J. Trump and as his handle on his name, and he kept like giving me like the bird. He kept giving like emoji bird symbols because I wasn't like saying anything to him, and then he would say other things, and then he was like, hey, give me a shout out and whatever. I forget what else he said. I've forgotten more than I remember on what he said, but but basically YouTube gave me a control thing where I could either like, remove him, or I could block him. Like I could remove the comment, I could block him entirely, or I could put him in a timeout. So I got real tickled when I could put him in a timeout. So I was like, I put Donald in a timeout. It was really funny. So anyway, Marie, you don't fly because your autistic granddaughter and they've removed autistic kids from planes for having meltdown. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That just sucks. Yeah, that's hard stuff. I don't know. I don't want to go there, but I'm sorry. Heather, how's everyone? I'm good. How are y'all doing? Linda, good morning. Oh, a link for the tutorial. Thank you, Carol. Chris, good morning. Oh, yeah, Chris, you jumped on. I was thinking that you were traveling, so yeah. I hope you have safe travels today. And she wanted me to tell everyone hello, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're here before I said anything. So yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. I did pray for you all when I read your request today in your message. Sharon from Tennessee. Hey, Sharon. How are things recovering from the fires and stuff? How was that? Ada, you snuck in. You sneaky. Hey, Ellie. Good morning, sunshine. Martha says, have you thought of having a late springtime yard sale? You have lots of beautiful things. Man, I do not like yard sales. I don't like to do them. I don't like to sit there and wait for people to come to my door and get something. I will look at my stuff and then ask a friend to be like, do you need this thing? I'm going to give it to you. And if I think it's of enough value to get something from it, then I'll be like, well, I'll post it online or something and try and sell it that way. But I don't really like to do that. It's too much hassle. I'm like, I'd rather spend time with my family or knit. So, Heather, I'm sorry. Chris says, hey, Heather. Oh, they're talking about local traffic stuff, I guess. Oh, I'm so glad, Elizabeth, you're doing well from your stuff. Oh, that's great. That's great. You talked to your doctor. Yeah, people need tolerance. Yeah, that does suck, Chris. Yay, Ben. Okay, sorry. This is a random part of the conversation where I just say hey and we chat for a second. And now I'm going to start. Oh, you've run yard sales for your women's club? Ugh. Oh, no bad fires where you are, Sharon? Oh, that's good. Yeah, my son is sad because his bag from Tennessee, he has one of his favorite backpacks. We went to the Smoky Mountains a few years back and went to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and all that area that got decimated, really. We love going up there, the cabins and everything. We had rented like this cabin for like 12 people. And, I mean, it looked like from the reports, it looked like that was one that was destroyed. So that's really sad. And when we had gone there, we got to go, to like a ranger station, and he got like this, backpack that, was like a ranger backpack. Like, I don't know if it said Smokey the Bear, but it even came like with a compass and stuff like that. And so, but his backpack is really, I mean, he's had it since the end of his pre-K, pre-kindergarten years, and then all through kindergarten, and now he's in first now. And he is sad because he's kind of worn the backpack out. And anyway, so it's not like I can just call up and be like, can someone send me a backpack? Because I'm sure that, I don't know if that place got destroyed or not. So anyway, that's sad. Oh, you got to get back on the road. Okay, bye, Chris. Have a great trip. Be safe. So anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to, Sorry, I was scrolling through your comments and Facebook had a thing that was doing something. Stop it. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all I've got alerts popping up. I'm having a weird day today. I'm sorry. Yeah, beautiful there. I'm sure it was where the fires were. Yeah. There was this kind of ranger station out in the middle. Not a ranger station. I don't know. My words are escaping me today. I'm not even going to try and describe where we went. But anyway, so he wants to go back to the Smoky Mountains. And I'm like, I don't know, what's happening with that area, like his rebuilding and stuff. I'm like, I'm sure it'll be a few years before we can really go back. So anyway, hey, Taylor Ping. Hi. Yeah, safe trip. Okay, so do you guys want to see this at all and then me work on it at all? And then I've got my other project I'm working on. I'm going to open this pattern up real quick just so I can have it next to me and show y'all the knit 5 together, the easier way to do it. Raylyn, if y'all know Raylyn, she hops on here from time to time. She sent me a thing on doing it better, easier, and so I definitely want to. I want to try that. I need to. I'm sorry, I got stuff on me. I need to find the pattern for the Trellis and Tassels Afghan because let's see here. Come on now, Trellis. Let's see, sorry. You like to watch me knit? So relaxing to watch other people knit sometimes. You can get a Junior Ranger backpack online from eparks.com. Maybe that's what it was called, Junior Ranger backpack. It has this cool little crisscross thing on the front part with his pouches, and like it has this little rain thing on it. He loves it because it'll pull out and it's like it covers like a rain jacket over his backpack. And so if it's raining out, he doesn't walk or anything, but anyway, he likes that feature. Anyway, I'm trying to get the pattern out because I want to have it like next to me. I think I need to purl for a row here, and I just want to have it next to me. Stop it. Download pattern. Okay. All right. I'm getting ready. I'm going to flip the camera here. Thanks for your patience, y'all. Talk amongst yourselves, y'all. I combined a Jersey accent with y'all. I am in a goofy mood today, y'all. I'm so weird. Oh, scrolling. My Texan accent is fun to listen to. I think I've embraced it more and more. For the longest time, people were like, I can't tell where you're from. And I tried to be so neutral, and I got used to it. Love watching the recordings. Well, thank you. Okay, Joanne says, yes, it's part of the National Park Service, and you can get them at any national park or online. Your nephew's got. Okay, so it's like an army green, or I mean like a camo green color with like a little bit of a tan. So that's cool. That's cool. I thought he just had to get it there. They had all like the Smokey the Bear, stuff there. And anyway, okay, I'm trying to figure out which row I'm on. I think I ended on the row 12. So I just need to work my row 1. All right. All right, let me get it ready. You ready? Ready? Okay, hold on. Okay, you'll catch the rest later. Okay, Mickey. You were born in Corpus Christi, Texas, but have a Louisiana accent. Okay, so if you missed it, this is for the Trellis and Tassels Knit Afghan by Yarnspirations. And when you make it bigger, of course, this kind of pulls and spreads out a little bit more. This is just my small sample. The Afghan's actually a full Afghan. So this is about 1/5 of the size. Okay. And so you make it, without this white part on here, and then the white part is added with a crochet hook, and you add the tassels and everything. So this is working with Bernat blanket yarn, and it's a super bulky 6 yarn. If you are in the UK, you're going to use a 12 ply or chunky. I'm not sure if you need super chunky, because I'm not as familiar with super chunky, but whatever will match the weight of a super bulky, which is usually a 12 ply, or the chunky is what they call it. Okay, so that's that. And then, so here is the stitch pattern. I've already done 12 rows, and I'm back on the first row. I've knit the first one, and then I need to purl, but I've got to get all the way to row 4 to show you that knit 5 together, unless y'all want me to just, I could mess my pattern up and and just do it in the middle of here and then frog that part. So Minnesota, you say, Linda? The Minnesota accent comes out. Minnesota. I used to be really good at accents. Now I think I've forgotten more than I remember. I get them all mixed up, which is, I suppose, entertaining. Has anybody seen, let's see, I'm on row 1. Okay, so I knit 1, purl, knit 1, purl 1. Okay, we're on a knit 1. Anybody seen Fuller House? Do y'all watch that? I was watching, like season 2. I think it was like episode 2 or 3. And, Stephanie and she crashed a wedding because apparently she needs a date or something. And it's an Irish wedding. And so she says, I'm going to show you my accent. Where she goes, well, yeah, or she said she's going to use her accent. And Stephanie says, well, you know, you need to tell me, say your accent, you know, do your accent so I can tell you yes or no. And so she's like, oh, they're after me Lucky Charms. So she starts naming off the Lucky Charms in this horrible accent. She's like, yeah, don't do that. And then when she has to make up a name for crashing this wedding, she's like, he says, you know, what's your name? And she's like, Sinead O'Connor. Oh my gosh, that's such a dork. So, do y'all want me to, I don't have any feedback. Let me know. Do y'all want me to show you, I can stop this and just kind of do the knit 5 together, even though it's not really in the sequence, and then I can frog it. Or if you want to wait for me to finish this, I've got to do a couple of rows. I didn't realize I was so far behind on here. I actually do want to make another of these samples, because I actually told my girls that these smaller samples will be for their American Girl dolls. So these are actually going to be given to the girls, and my younger daughter is going to get this one, and then my older daughter is going to get, hang on, I'm getting some yarn in the background here, hold on. My older daughter wants this color as her accent, so we're going to do this blue on here. This is what color is this called? This is light teal. Finish the row. Oh, you want me to slow down? Well, I'm trying to get it because I'm on row 1 and I need to get to row 5. So, shoot. I have it slower in like how to do the stitches on my on the video. I mean, if you're needing, excuse me while I do that. That's a goofy way to do it, but I did it anyway. Here, I'll do a slow stitch just for a second. But the video is actually going to show you what you need to see. Hold on, I'm looking back to see if anybody needs me to do something. Sharon says, I'm Irish. German, American Indian, don't know whether to bless you, feed you, or scalp you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Quite a mix. Well, my married name is German, and my father-in-law has done more research. Oh wait, this is a pearl. My father-in-law has done more research on it, and he found out that the family came just from one Hessian soldier during the Revolutionary War. There was like 30,000 Hessian soldiers from Germany employed by the British to come over and fight the Revolutionary War, and he stayed. So anyway, okay, so here's a pearl. I'm going to do it slow. All right, so we're going to go into the front of the stitch. We're going to wrap around, and then you're just pushing that through to the back here. That's how you do that pearl stitch. And then when I go knit, I'm going to have to swing that back around, and then we're going to knit like that. And we're going to knit 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1. So purl, knit, purl. What is the best way to determine which length of cord to use on circulars? That's going to be determined by the width that you want for your panel, or by your pattern. What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I mess up? Hold on. I'm paying attention to reading and not, okay, I mean reading y'all's comments. So I did, let's just do purl, and then knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a purl, knit, purl. Is that a purl? Oh man, yeah, it's hard to see sometimes, but yeah, okay. Yeah, this yarn sometimes is hard to see that purl stitch. Okay. And then purl, knit, purl. Purl, knit, purl. And then on the circulars, you can also work a flat panel, which is what I'm doing right now. And knit, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. 5. Purl, knit, purl. Okay, so see, what I'm doing is this has been increased, and I'm going to show you an increase here in a little bit. So this is like this little thin thing of these V stitches for the knit, and then it increases, and then I'm reinforcing it, and it's going to get longer, and then we're going to decrease it. Okay, and so in between this, to make it stand out, is why you put purls in. So this becomes a purl, and then we want a column for the trellis, and so we do a knit here, and then a purl. Okay, and then knit 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm wrapping counterclockwise. 4. So put it in counterclockwise. 5. And then this last stitch is purl. Okay, I got that, and then I'm on to row 3, which is on the, this is on the front side, on the right side. Same as the first row, so I'm going to knit. You having issues with health? Oh, I'm so sorry, Sharon. I hope you feel better. Okay. purl. Oh. Purl. Purl. And I find that holding my needles like this actually helps me from a carpal tunnel, because I tend to like squeeze it too much. So when I do this, it helps me be in a good position. It's not for everybody, but I have heard from other people who have carpal tunnel that that's what they do. And I started doing that unaware. I just knew that I had a hard time figuring out how to do it. And then apparently I naturally adapted. Sorry, I can feel that I've got like a knot or something in here. So I'm gonna have to stop for a second. Yeah, that's not good. All right. I could feel that I was going to have a problem with my yarn, so. Okay. Amber, why do I wrap it that way? Is that what you're asking? Okay. So this is a knit purl knit. So what we're working on is the Trellis and Tassels knit Afghan, and I have a tutorial on it, but I have I had a friend tell me a different way to do the knit 5 together, which is less fatiguing on the hands. So I'm going to get to that point in my pattern and then try it. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to try it live. I haven't done it yet. So you get to see me try something for the first time on here, which is kind of a trust thing for me, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this live, and I've never done it before. So y'all get to see me try something for the first time, and I'm going to do it without having the instructions right there in front of me. I'm trying to do it from memory, so I'm just going to do it. One more. Welcome if you're just joining us. So I'm going to do this special knit 5 together here in a minute when I get done with this row. You can't figure out how to purl? Okay, Marie, here's how I purl. I'm going to put my needles in the front part, okay? Because normally when you knit, you go in between the first and second and go in that front part of the leg, but you put it towards the tip. So you're going like this when you knit. But when you purl, you're going to go so your needle comes out this way for the knit, where you're going to go in that direction from the purl, and you're going that way. So technically it's going the opposite direction. It feels different. But when you do it, make sure that your yarn is in front first. Okay, and then when you do that, then wrap your yarn around your needle, and then you're going to take that yarn that you just wrapped, and it gets pushed through. So you're just pushing it through that hole right there. Okay, and then you slide it off. Okay, so I put it in the front, I wrap it, and then I push it through. And if you have a hard time, you can use your thumb, or just make your needles click and push and slide against each other, and then it keeps it on there, and then you just slide it right off. And then when you go back to knitting, you need to make sure and put your yarn to the back, okay? Because if you don't, like let's say I go on and I knit like this, what happened is I just added an extra wrap. That's going to be a yarn over, and it'll create a hole, okay? So you put your working yarn at the back, knit. Okay, and then if you purl again, you're going to go to the front, yarn front, purl. Okay. And then go to the back again for knit. And then we're going to do 5 purl again. Watching me is relaxing. You had to stop crafting because your husband and you have been sick. A lot going around. Yeah. You know, sometimes when you're sick, you just got to completely stop everything. But other times when you're sick, it's nice to have, you know, a crafting or a hobby. It just depends on what you have. And let's knit that last stitch. I just finished row 3 And the pattern again is on my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is the back, okay, and then this is the front. This is the right side. So the back ends up after a while like these little pockets kind of come through. You get these little pockets here. So this is what this looks like. This is the front and this is the back. Let me see if there's a question before I move on. Okay. All right, so this is, oh, I'm about to lose my pattern here. Okay, 4th row, we got a purl, and then I'm going to knit 5 together. This is where I'm about to join it. Oh, God, I keep getting alerts on my phone. Sorry. When you see my hands disappear for a second, I'm trying to get them off my screen. Okay, so purl. Now I'm knitting 5 together. Okay, so normally what I need to do is I'm going to grab all 5 of these and I go through the front of the stitch like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then you knit it. You wrap around and then you knit it, okay? And it makes it real tight, okay? But the way that I was told to do it is I need to take these 2 stitches and slip them over here. And then, is it slipping purlwise or knitwise? Let's see. Like I told you, I haven't done this yet. I saw this the other day. Maybe I slipped it knitwise. I mean purlwise. No, it was knitwise. That's pretty good. That knit them all together. So let me see if I got this. So I want to see how it lays when I normally do it. Okay. I'm trying to remember the part of the problem is I'm trying to remember how it was slipped. Like, so if it was slipped knitwise or purlwise. Let me see if I've got my reference here. Nope, that's wrong. Oh man. Okay, I'm on my iPad. I've got my iPad next to me and it's my kids. I forgot I took I took YouTube off of my iPad. So anyway, this is knit 5 together. I was gonna go and look at the video that I was looking at. So someone else had done it. So this is knit 5 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to wrap this. Oh shoot. Wrap this. I normally knit in my lap, so this is, sometimes I get awkward here. Okay, so this is what it looks like whenever they're all knit together like this. So these are all laying in the same direction like that. So I'm gonna have to experiment on that one again and find the right way that they were doing it. I'll do it on the next one after in a few steps. So this is I did knit 5 together, and then you're going to purl. I'm trying to get my pattern back up. Okay. Get purl 1, and then we're going to knit front, back, front, back, front. So we're going from 1 stitch to 5 stitches. You're adding 4. So I'm going to knit and then pull this yarn back here and get extra yarn here, because now I'm going to twist to the back, leave this stitch on here, and we're going to go to the back of it and knit that, and that makes it a twisted stitch. So what it does is when it puts it on the needle, it twists it and it adds extra yarn. And then I'm going to go twist to the front of that stitch and do a front knit, pull back a little bit, twist to the back of that stitch, go to the back and knit, and back to the front. So front, back, front, back, front. Drop it off. I don't know how you'd put there's a sixth one in there, but there it is. Look how these are. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't that crazy? Y'all want me to zoom it in? You want to see that up close? Okay. So we're going to knit, we're going to purl. Okay, gonna knit 5 together. Let me try this one more time here. So they had done, is it, that's purl-wise, and then maybe it was grab it through the back. Maybe it was grab them through the back. And knit. And then pull it over. I'm going to see how that lays. I want to see how it compares. Well, shoot. Sorry, I'm off screen. So did that lay the same direction? Nope, that didn't lay the same direction. I don't like that. That doesn't seem accurate to me. I don't like that. That might be her technique, but I'm thinking it's not accurate. Yeah, that's not okay, because I want it to be correct. I'm all for doing something shortcut, but I want it to be correct. I may not be doing it right. So, like I said, it's a new thing. You got to experiment, yeah? So, I'm going to slip these back on here. Trying to make things a little easier, but I think just knitting all 5 of these together is going to be the way to go. So, we're going to go in through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wrap around. And then push that on through. Basically, you're using the tip, using the tip of your needle and then sliding it underneath all 5 of those. Okay? And then there's your stitch, and there's your 5 stitches, and then you let that fall off, and you went from 5 to 1. You learned something new? Cool. I'm glad. We got a purl 1 here. And then we're going to make the 1 go to 5. So we're going to knit front, back, front, back, front. So that's the front, twist to the back, knit to the front, go to the back, knit to the front, one last time, and there we go. And then we purl. So that is how it's done, people. So you see how that gets real tight on here? And then you end up purling that on the next row. So that is how that is done. And then that's how you're making this here. So see how it goes in here? So this part here is where it's all 5 are knit together. And then right along the same area, then it's, I'm sorry, this is 5 together, and then it comes out to the front, back, front, back, front. So, and then this is the reverse. So, and that's what that looks like. And so imagine like a whole Afghan that way. And then the pattern that I'm working on for next week is this Painted Tiles wrap by Mary Maxim. And it's gonna look like this. Isn't that nice? So this is a mitered square pattern. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Get some better lighting. There you go. What do you think about this one? Isn't that pretty? So the yarn does all the work here. This is Mary Maxim Milan. And this comes in a kit, and you get all the yarn that you need for the whole project. Whoops, and you get the pattern. So it automatically has all the dye lots together the same, and then you get it has your shopping list on here, but when you're purchasing it, it also lets you know what needles you need. And so if you need to get any needles, I ended up getting some new needles for this project. I'm trying out something called olive wood. It is a new product to me. It's made by Addy Nature, made in Germany. It's olive wood circular knitting needles, and these are a size 7, and they're 32s. I didn't have a 24, and so that calls for a 24. So you can see, someone was asking about circular needles. So you can see with my 32s, and I needed a 24, you can see that I have some extra slack in here. So that's, it's just extra, that's all. So when I'm working along here, I actually have a little more room to slide around. I have to do a little bit more work to put it to the other side or whatnot, but it's fine. But anyway, metal would probably work a little bit better with this yarn, but I do like it. Here it is here. Let me see if we can get better color. So it started off, it's kind of difficult because it started off in the darker color, but I don't think all the balls are that way. You can see how they all change. And then it grades up to like, this is getting into like a, so this like kind of like a dark green, almost black. And then, so it was really hard on the cast on, but you could always pull from another ball if you didn't like how that one started. And then it goes into like a chartreuse color. And then it's gonna, let's see what the next color is. Let's have some fun, shall we? Let's see what the next one is. It's like a party. What will we see? It's a surprise party. Who's showing up next to the party? Okay, so then it's gonna go back into the darker color. And then it looks like we got like some teals coming, and then some rust, and then into a purple. Isn't that pretty? And there's even like a saffron kind of color, like it goes kind of from like almost a chartreusey to a saffron almost. Anyway, it's really cool. I can't wait to see it. So yeah, it looks, it is pretty and soft. It is a roving type yarn. So it's like a light twisting. It's not heavily, it's not plied. It's a lightweight yarn, so it's not a 4 worsted. It's a little lighter than that. So, but it's working with a 7, and it's gonna feel really good once it's all done up. But it is it's one of these yarns that has a nice drape to it. I think I'm gonna have to block it a little bit. I think it'll block out. It's just curling just a little bit, but that's probably because of my cast on was probably a little tight. And then anyway, so that is that. Are you guys looking forward to seeing that? Give me some love if you're looking forward to it. So the tutorial will be next week, and then we're going to do a giveaway, and you can get one of these kits, and you can purchase it. And anyway, I think it's going to be great. It's really pretty. I like how it's working up, and I'll show you how the connections are and stuff like that. So you won't be able to, you'll have to get the kit in order to see the full pattern and see all the things, but I'll teach you a lot of the techniques that you're going to need for the pattern, but I can't reveal the entire pattern, obviously. So anyway, I'm glad you guys like that. Let me flip the camera back here 1 second. Gotta get back up here. Get set back up here. Oh, here's a little. So this is a similar yarn up here, and so it has that kind of drape to it. So I think it's going to be really nice. Oh, I'm all blown out from my lighting. Well, thank you guys for joining me. It's been good. If you have any other questions, let me know. Write replay and ask me the question. But of course, as far as how to do this pattern, the painted tiles wrap for Mary Maxim, just if you'll just hold off on that, and then I'll give you a link. I'm not sure if those will be a discount code or not or something, so that's another reason why I'm saying hold off. So I gotta iron out some of those details. But anyway, because if I can get y'all discounts, that's also really good. But at least for the giveaway. So anyway, you guys take care. Thank you so much for hopping in. Be sure and check out the tutorial for the Trellis and Tassels Knit Afghan, and you can click on the pattern, get your pattern, and I'm excited. So you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Happy knitting and crochet. Bye.